right has lost their freaking minds over some people burning Elon Musk's cars. Let's start with Donald Trump, who wants to send American citizens to prisons in El Salvador because they destroyed some of the property of the world's richest man. He truthed this: "I look forward to watching the sick terrorist thugs get 20-year prison sentences for what they're doing to Elon Musk and Tesla. Perhaps they could serve them in the prisons of El Salvador, which had become so recently famous for such lovely conditions." And I'm sure the right is gonna eat that up. They're gonna love it. Yeah, they should be sent to El Salvador and they should be murdered in a dark cell. That's literally what is exciting them about this. I think it's grotesque, but that's what the president and his movement believe. How dare you wreck a car? That's a rich person's car. Don't you dare do that. You should be shivved in prison. Okay, well, it's not good enough for them just to attack the actual people that did it. Those aren't high profile targets. They want a bigger fish. And so Marjorie Greene is now spreading a clip designed to make it seem as if Jasmine Crockett wants Elon Musk to be eliminated. Take a look at this.
I'll make sure that I keep it short, but I am truly here for very selfish reasons. Starting with, on March 29th, it's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes.
Yes, and that is the entire clip that Laura Loomer shared. That's the entire clip that was retweeted by Marjorie Greene. And the reason it's that short is if they played more of the clip, you'd know that she's not actually saying she wants him to be eliminated. She says non-violent protest. She's talking about him not being in the government. She's talking about Tesla perhaps suffering some economic harm or whatever to its stock price because people aren't a fan of it. Obviously, that's why Laura Loomer had to cut it so tight there, just to fit it. Oh, we can make it seem as if she's being violent. And Marjorie Greene, I'm not even saying that she's an active part of this deception. She's a dumb donkey. I don't even think she thought about this at all. She probably thinks that's a fair assessment of what Jasmine Crockett said. But she tweeted, a member of Congress is organizing political violence and terrorism. Again, there's literally nothing in the clip that she shared that says that. What's the terrorism in that? Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? But she doesn't seem to like a rich man, so she must be taken down. Anyway, it's not just her, by the way. Brian Kilmeade wants not just Jasmine Crockett, but others to be implicated and maybe sent to El Salvador in prison. So take a look.
People on the left talking about the threat of domestic terrorism, white nationalism, everything from January 6th. But what about this? You're driving a Tesla car and someone smashes your window. You're working at a dealership, they smashed the whole fleet, they put them on fire. You're charging your car, they're trying to rip the hoses off the charging stations. Finally, they got three defendants will face full force of the law for using Molotov cocktails to fire up Tesla cars and those charging stations. These guys, 5 to 10 years in prison, they should be looking at, and they should be giving up who organized and who's paying them. And this guy, John Cusack, who's an actor with marginal success, is actually calling on March 29th to be the day to blow up Teslas, and Crockett too. Well, he should be indicted.
Well, there's something different about this moment because Democrats say this.
Well, what's not different about this moment is that Kilmeade is lying because she didn't say that. She specifically said nonviolent protest, very specifically. The people who did these targeted, limited number of acts of property destruction will probably go to prison. That's what the law is. It's the destruction of property. It's not terrorism or whatever. And Jasmine Crockett didn't do it, and she didn't tell people to do it. Brian Kilmeade is more intelligent than Marjorie Greene. Most people and household pets are. I think he knows that he's lying there, maybe. But anyway, they really are trying to get as much out of this as possible. Brett, what do you think?
Fox morning shows are like children's television. It's insane. It's like, are you awake? Are you awake? Oh, let me tell you some funny little stories to grandma who doesn't know the difference. I don't understand how you could prosecute and convict someone of lighting a Tesla on fire. There's so many reasons a Tesla might be on fire. You know?
Yeah.
That's it.
On the main show on Wednesday, I said, it seems like such a waste of your time. They're Teslas, they were probably gonna burst into flame anyway.
There you go. Yeah, it's just, they don't care about the truth. All these people that are upset about fake news they're just gonna do fake news their way. And they're so insulated by an entire bubble of people who will just say like, what are we saying today? I'll repeat it to my audience. And they'll take it because the new way of using media is, instead of a top-down like approach where there's 4 channels and they all kind of either intentionally lose money and tell you what they think is the truth, combined with, and then it went to sponsors telling you what to do. And now it's just like this symbiotic relationship of people, of the ability of major media organizations to identify what conspiracy theories immediately and insane lies immediately their viewers or constituents are ready to accept, because they have that instant feedback loop. They can float it, see what's floating around out there, take that and feed it right back to them. So it's just this horrible snake eating its tail.
Yeah, I think, look, we constantly tell people, we do all the caveats, a million times more caveats than any right winger ever would when they're encouraging a boycott, which they do constantly, and that has never previously been pitched as terrorism on their part. I mean, was it Kid Rock or whatever? It was like, yeah, screw Bud Light. Like, that's not inspiring violence. You're literally shooting up the product. But anyway, whatever. We disagree with some of those boycotts. We've never implied that they're terrorists for doing it. And we do all of the caveats, and we're denouncing the people that burn them or whatever. But this is a moment where you have people rising up in anger against utter corruption that they're seeing in the government. Elon Musk represents the single biggest act of corruption, I think, in American history. That a wealthy man can just buy a party, buy a presidency, and then he effectively becomes president. People hate that, and so they're fighting back in the way that they can. And don't break the law, don't destroy property or whatever. And the right, which has always pitched themselves as being anti-elite, anti-status quo or whatever, is like, no, you should never under any circumstances destroy the property of rich people. They are better than you. You bow down to them, and you shut the hell up about the fact that the richest man in the world just bought the US government. You shut the hell up about it. It's perfectly fine. He can go in and he can destroy the benefits you get from the government or whatever. He can give himself massive contracts, and we in turn will give him a massive tax cut. Shut the hell up about it. And so I think this is a clarifying moment ideologically. If you enjoyed that, make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming an actual member. But you're probably wondering, why the hell would I do that, John? First off, calm down. The stakes in this are very, very low. But also, when you click the join button and you become a member, you get access to bonus content that I make every week with Francesca Fiorentini, and it's a ton of fun. You get access to tons of custom emojis and more besides that. By the way, if you join at tier 3, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself and other awesome people, and we always have a great time. By the way, you'll get all that going forward, but you also unlock years of the back catalog. That is literally 100 or more bonus clips, top 10 lists, debates, and more. What are you waiting for? Click the join button below. Your support powers our show, and we couldn't do it without you. Or at the very least, I wouldn't really want to try. Viewers like you keep me here. So thank you in advance for joining.